Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So this one is quite a unique one. I've come up with this concept. Okay, so this might work for you, it might not. But this is for GCSE and A-level geography. Works for both of you. It is called the 1131 concept. Okay, now that especially works for GCSE. For A-level, you can maybe go to 1141. It's just so you don't end up waffling, so you don't end up chatting a load of rubbish in your essays. When you're writing your pure paragraphs, I would say they need to be structured one sentence, three sentences, one sentence. So your point only ever has to be one sentence long. Any longer than that, and you're confusing the point, and it's going to be counterproductive to your answer. Your evidence doesn't mean one short sentence, but you can use a couple of pieces of evidence in one sentence. So years, dates, numbers, stats, all that stuff can be in one sentence. So your point might be earthquakes have really severe impacts in LICs. And then your evidence can be, for example, the 7.0 magnitude earthquake in Haiti killed 200,000 people and destroyed 250,000 homes. Something like that. Right? That's two stats or three pieces of information there, but it's one sentence still. So one sentence. Your explanation is where your main marks are going to come from. When your examiner is having the mark scheme in front of them, they have AO2, they're going to be looking for explanation. So that's where your three sentences come in. You have three sentences to therefore explain your point and how your evidence supports that point in terms of the question. Okay, so explaining why, explaining this means that, therefore this means that, this helps, therefore this means that. Really useful key phrases to use. And then 1131, the link. This link is explicitly making back reference to the question, so therefore you show the examiner that you have answered it. So therefore 1131. And the only difference with A-level is the extra bit of detail. So I would say 1131 does work, but for the best answers, maybe 1141 is more applicable. Again, these are not short sentences, especially in A-level. These are detailed sentences, but there's only so much you could put in a pure paragraph before you start to waffle and go off topic. So 1141 works at A-level. One sentence for your point. It's still only one point you're making. One piece of evidence, or one sentence with a couple of bits of evidence, more likely at A-level. And then 4 sentences is quite a lot when you do 4 detailed sentences explaining one sole point, and then you link back to the question. And in like a 20 marker, you do 4 of them. In a 12 marker, you do 3. And for GCSE students, I would say 1131 3 times. If you think of it that way, it's a lot easier to break it down. It's a lot easier to structure an answer. And I would say the next time you write a 9-mark answer or 20-mark answer or whatever, you should go over and see how many sentences you're doing and try writing an answer with limiting the amount of sentences you write. So try writing an answer with the 1131 format or the 1141 format and see how you get on. You might find it easy, you might find it hard, who knows? But hopefully, cut out the waffling, keeps you on the point, and now you know how much you need to write. Simples.